This is what no nice guy will tell any modern American feminist woman. It's what they need to hear, though. All you have to do to change the situation is add respect and kindness. If you begin treating him that way, as all right, well, you clicked on this because all of a sudden your longtime boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, maybe of 5, 10, 15 years, has all of a sudden gone quiet on you. In your estimation, he's detached, he's withdrawn, he's seeking life elsewhere, but he's not ending the relationship. In fact, he's not saying anything. He's not engaging with you anymore, and he's essentially doing the bare minimum to keep up some level of superficial peace in the household. And you're wondering what the hell happened and where the hell did my boyfriend, fiance, husband go? You clicked on the right thing. Stick with me. I'm going to tell you, most likely, if he's a good man, a decent man, exactly what is happening in your situation and why he's gone quiet, why he's detached, and why, quite rightly, you've probably seen he's seeking life elsewhere. And this is confusing to you, right? In terms of your female, feminine, probably saturated with feminist doctrine brain, you see him withdrawn, detached, but yet pouring energy and engaged now more in his kids, in his work, in hobby, in nutrition, in physical fitness, in friends and relationships. Maybe he's calling his dad for the first time in a long time. And you're freaking out because you're like, okay, he has energy and engagement for everyone but me. And if you're honest, you'll ask yourself the question, what did I do? The answer is most likely it's not any one thing you did. It's likely what you've been doing to him and showing up in the relationship for years. Here's the basic setup. The modern woman wants to get a man. So you can imagine she has two faucets or two sides. I've got nice girl faucet and I've got mean girl faucet. And I can turn on and off each of these faucets at will. And on the front end of the relationship, maybe for months, maybe for years, maybe for upwards of 5 years or longer, you have the nice girl faucet that drips out and flows steady with respect, kindness, and service toward him at a steady rate. And he likes that. In fact, that's what made him, in good part, outside of your attractiveness and general physical fitness and whatever else he might like about you or what connected, that's what's kept him in. And that's what got him committed. She respects me. She's kind to me. She serves me. That's a win. That's a yes and amen for any good, decent man. That's what he wants in a long-term relationship. However, as the relationship goes on, many women will begin seeing what they can get away with. And what does that look like in terms of the illustration? You begin turning down the nice girl faucet and opening up the mean girl faucet. And what begins to drip out of the mean girl faucet? Well, it manifests as complaints, criticism, nagging, maybe demeaning him, maybe berating him, maybe shaming him or guilting him into doing what you want him to do and what you feel like he should naturally be inclined to do in the relationship. And as mean girl side opens up, disrespect, contempt, unkindness, no service, he needs to serve you, and that's his entrance requirement still, but you will only serve him as a reward because you got a new washer and dryer, because you got new floors. And it's okay, he gets to get lucky and he'll have an hour or half a day of happy wife, happy life. And it's exhausted him. And so all he realizes he's getting now is not what he wants in the relationship, which isn't so much respect, kindness, and service. Those are nice things. And if a man gets those on a regular basis, he can do without for quite a while, as long as you keep the mean girl faucet to a minimum. The unkindness, the disrespect, the contempt, the lack of service. So what begins to happen is you need to think like the man. He came after you in relationship. He wanted you romantically. He wanted to make things long term with you, to propose to you, to marry you, because he viewed you as a woman who could be his primary source of peace in a chaotic world. That's what he was hoping for. That's what he was looking for. And based on the initial faucet of respect, kindness, service being opened up, he thought that's exactly what he was getting. But the reality is, you flipped the tables on him, and he's gone quiet because he can't take it anymore. And you are forcing him and cranking up this faucet and shutting this valve off entirely. You're forcing him to still be a man. He wants to be committed in the relationship. He's likely hanging on and waiting in hopes of a better day, either for his marriage commitment, the vows he's taken, the kids, the structure of his life, maybe for religious reasons, maybe for family reasons, maybe for reasons of cultural shame or whatever might come his way. He's hanging on for dear life and hoping old you comes back, if she was ever there to begin with, and will treat him nicely again. And then he will re-engage. But in the meantime, if you see him up the ante on everything in the sphere of his life except engaging with you, you're probably the problem. And so what can you do? It's real simple. If you want to get your man to re-engage, to stop being silent, to stop withdrawing, to stop detaching, close off the mean girl faucet and open up the nice girl faucet, and begin treating him with respect, with kindness, and with service. You don't even have to name it. You don't have to talk about bad treatment in the past. You don't have to do any of that. It might help speed it up a little bit. And if you want to do it, it won't hurt. He might think you're baiting him into some form of an argument. He probably will think you're baiting him. Don't bait him. He won't ever open up to you again, probably. But all that to say, if you're here, you clicked on this, my husband's disengaged, I don't know what the problem is, your treatment of him is probably the problem. And so one of two things are going to happen. You're going to close up the mean girl faucet. You're going to open up the nice girl faucet. And in 3 weeks, if things improve, congratulations, you won your man back. And he will begin opening up to you at greater rates as long as there is a steady supply of respect, kindness, and service. It isn't as though you can't ever get in an argument. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the steady rhythm of the relationship needs to be a flow from the nice girl faucet. You expect that from him. You expect the nice guy to be turned on. You expect a honey-do list. You expect happy wife, happy life. You expect him to provide and protect. You expect him to participate in the household. If he starts withdrawing on that, it's because he's had a revelation that this isn't fair anymore. This is a one-sided deal. And so if she cannot be my primary source of peace in this chaotic world, relationally speaking, which is what I want from her, I'm going to withdraw, and I'm going to begin getting that peace that I want and need as a man from everywhere else but her. He's not trying to guilt you. He's not trying to shame you. He doesn't want to talk about it. He's just done. So all you got to do, literally, as a woman, all you have to do to win a good man back, even after months and years of treating him poorly and disregarding him, is close the mean girl side, open the nice girl side. If you want to approach him and say, hey, I've been mean and mean-spirited and rude and disrespectful for months and maybe years, and I've done it consciously or unconsciously, pick your poison, evaluate yourself honestly. I'm going to stop doing that because I know that's why you're withdrawing. And ask, is that why you're withdrawing? He'll probably say yes, and then he'll think you're baiting him, but then he'll proceed if you seem genuine. And you'll say, okay, I'm going to turn that side off because I know it's wrong, and I'm going to start treating you with respect and kindness and service. You tell me how you want me to best do that, and if I've really messed up in the past, tell me how I can make amends. This is what no nice guy will tell any modern American feminist woman. It's what they need to hear, though. All you have to do to change the situation is add respect and kindness. If you begin treating him that way, as he is the most honorable, the most respect worthy, the most worthy of service compared to any other man, any other person. Your boss doesn't deserve it. Your kids don't deserve it. Your parents don't deserve it. It's him. You've gone all in on this relationship. And if you haven't, what are you doing? You're wasting his time and you're wasting your time. It really is that simple. Respect and kindness is all he wants. It's all he needs. It's all he will consciously and unconsciously ask for so you can be his primary source of peace. He's withdrawn, he's detached because he's realized through long term experience you cannot and will not give that to him. And maybe for a long time, you've been giving him the opposite of a primary source of peace in his life. You've been giving him disregard, disrespect, and you've been a little chaos monkey. And he's done. And so he's going quiet. You're going to have to deal with it. Well, thanks for listening. I hope that was a help.